Uh, so, Virgo, I need you to stop whatever you're doing right now, whatever tab you were about to open, whatever thought was pulling you somewhere else. Stop and be here, fully here, because this message is time sensitive. And I mean that in the most real way possible. Something is coming toward you, not eventually, not someday, soon. And I want you to be ready for it. Not caught off guard, not scrambling, not reacting from a place of surprise or confusion. I want you to be prepared, grounded, powerful, standing fully in who you are. When this arrives, because you deserve to meet this moment that way. There is a person in your life, or perhaps someone who was in your life, someone who has been sitting with something, turning it over again and again in the quiet of their own mind, building toward something, a decision, a moment, a reach, and that reach is pointed directly at you. They have been thinking about you more than they've let on, more than you know. And something has shifted in them recently. Some wall came down, some resistance dissolved, some fear that was keeping them still finally got quiet enough for the deeper feeling to speak louder. And what that deeper feeling is saying is your name. I want you to feel that for a second, not just hear it, feel it, because some part of you has been sensing this, hasn't it? That feeling that something is about to move, that electric quiet before something significant, that sense that the energy around a certain connection has been shifting, warming, coming closer. You were not imagining that. You never were. Your ability to feel energy, to sense what is moving beneath the surface of things before it becomes visible, that is one of the most extraordinary things about you. And it has been picking something up that is about to make itself known. Now, I want to tell you about the energy this person is carrying right now, because understanding where they are is going to help you meet them from the right place when the moment comes. There is a vulnerability in them right now, a real one, the kind that took time to arrive, the kind that doesn't come easily to this person, because they are someone who protects themselves, who keeps things close, who does not reach first. Not usually, but they are reaching now, or they are on the edge of it, standing right at the line, feeling the weight of what they want to say and gathering the courage to say it. There is also something like regret in them, a quiet one, a recognition that time has passed, that things were left unsaid, that the distance between you and them, whether it was physical or emotional or simply circumstantial, was not what they actually wanted. They want to close that distance, and they are working up to it right now in real time. Whew. But here is why this message matters. Here is why I needed you to see this before they reach out. Because the version of you that receives this contact matters enormously. If you receive it from a place of surprise, you might minimize it, brush it off, protect yourself before you've even assessed whether protection is necessary. If you receive it from a place of need, you might give too much too fast. Open doors before you've checked what's on the other side. Say yes before you've asked yourself what you actually want. But if you receive it from a place of power, from a place of knowing your worth, from a place of clarity about what you desire and what you will not settle for, that changes everything. That is the version of you I want showing up for this moment. So let's do something right now. Let's prepare you, really prepare you, not just emotionally, energetically. I want you to take a breath with me. Hold it for just a moment and let it out slowly. Whew. Good. Now I want you to think about what you actually want, not what you think you should want, not what would be practical, not what other people would advise. What do you want from this connection, from this person, from love in general right now in your life? Because the clearer you are on that, the clearer you will be when they arrive. And clarity in moments like this is the most attractive thing you can bring to the table. Clarity is magnetic, it is grounding, it communicates worth without a single word. It tells the other person, I know who I am, I know what I'm looking for. And I'm not going to abandon that just because you showed up. That energy is everything. Now, I want to speak to something that might be happening inside you right now, a mixture of excitement and fear, because that is what this kind of anticipation does to us. Part of you is lit up, part of you is already imagining, already feeling the warmth of what could be. And another part of you, the part that has been hurt before, the part that has opened up and been disappointed, that part is raising its hand, quietly saying, be careful, don't get ahead of yourself. You've been here before. I want to honor both of those parts. The excitement is real and it is valid. Let yourself feel it. You are allowed to be excited about love, about connection, about the possibility of something meaningful entering your life. That excitement is not naivety, that is aliveness. And the caution is also real, and it is also valid. It is the wisdom you earned through experience. It is not something to suppress or override. The secret is letting both exist at the same time. Open heart, clear eyes, excited, and grounded all at once. That is the most powerful place to receive from. I want to tell you something about who you are in love, because I think this is important for you to hear before this arrives. You love deeply. When you give your heart to something, you give it fully. You don't do half measures. You don't love cautiously. You love with everything you have. And that is a beautiful thing, rare, precious. But it has also meant that when things didn't work out, the cost was high because you gave so much. And losing what you gave so much to leaves a mark. I see that in you, the marks of loving fully in a world that doesn't always love back the same way. But here's what I also see. You never let those marks close you. Not completely. You are still here, still open to this, still willing to feel the excitement of a connection approaching, still watching a message like this with hope alive in your chest. That is not weakness. That is one of the bravest things a person can do. And the person who is about to reach out to you, they sense that about you. Even if they couldn't put it into words, they feel the depth of what you carry, the realness of who you are, the fact that with you, things are not surface level, things are not performative, things are actual and meaningful and worth showing up for. That is why they can't stay away. That is why the silence between you has become too loud for them to keep ignoring. That is why something shifted in them. And that shift pointed them back toward you. Now I want to prepare you for what this contact might look like, because it may not arrive the way you're picturing it. It may be simple, a short message, a casual opener that is trying very hard not to reveal how much is underneath it, a hey, or a thinking of you, or something that looks small on the surface but carries enormous weight beneath. Don't be fooled by the simplicity of the delivery. Feel what is underneath it, because that is where the truth is. Or it may be bigger than that. A real conversation, a direct expression, something that surprises you with its honesty, with how much they're willing to put on the table. Either way, you don't have to have all the answers immediately. You don't have to know exactly what you want to do with this the moment it lands. You are allowed to feel it, sit with it, let it show you what it really is before you decide what to do with it. Take your time. You are worth being waited for. Whew. I want to say one more thing about this person. Something that I think will help you understand what you're walking into. They are not coming to you empty. They are coming with something they have been holding, building, sitting with long enough to make it real. They are not reaching out on a whim. They are not bored. They are not testing waters carelessly. This matters to them. You matter to them. And the fact that it took them time to get here does not mean the feeling is less. Sometimes the feelings that take the longest to arrive are the ones that stay the longest too. So here is where I want to leave you. Here is the energy I want you to carry into this moment. When it comes, know your worth fully, completely, without apology. Know what you deserve. Real presence, real consistency, real effort, not crumbs, not almost, not halfway. And know that being chosen by someone, no matter how good that feels, does not make them right for you. You still get to choose back consciously, deliberately, from a place of knowing that is what being prepared looks like. Not a script, not a strategy, just you, standing fully in who you are, clear on what you want, and open to receiving it. If this is it, you did not stumble onto this message. You were guided here by something in you that knew that this moment was close and that you needed to be ready for it. You are ready. And I want to take a moment here because I think there is something else you need to hear. Something that goes beyond this one person, beyond this one moment. You have been through a season where love felt complicated, where connection felt heavy, where you wondered sometimes if the kind of love you are looking for actually exists for someone like you. Not because you doubted love itself, but because you have a standard, a deep knowing of what real connection feels like. And anything less than that feels wrong in your bones. So you have waited, even when waiting was lonely, even when it would have been easier to settle. That patience, that refusal to accept less than what you know is possible, is not stubbornness. That is self respect. And it is one of the most powerful things about you. Because the universe responds to self respect, it responds to someone who knows their worth and holds it, who doesn't abandon themselves just to fill a space, who trusts that something real is coming. Even when the evidence is thin, you have been that person through all of it, and now something real is moving toward you. There is a softness coming into your love life, a warmth after what may have felt like a very long winter. Things are beginning to thaw, beginning to open, beginning to make space for something that actually fits who you are, who you have become through everything you have walked through. This person reaching out is part of that thaw, part of that opening, a signal that the season is changing, that what you have been holding space for is beginning to arrive. Stay soft enough to receive it and strong enough to honor yourself within it. That balance is everything, more ready than you know, more prepared than you feel, more deserving of what is coming toward you than any doubt in your mind has ever been willing to admit. Ah, when they reach out, and they will remember this moment. Remember how it felt to know it was coming. Remember that you were told before it arrived that you were worth reaching for because you always were. This message was always for you, always.